It's your propane? Okay. My company used to rent out a section of a warehouse from a different company that we had been in partnership with previously. So we had a little fenced-off section and the use of their forklift that they left on site for their side of the warehouse as part of the deal. Now whenever the propane tank ran out, I would pull the empty and run it over to their storage cage and let their warehouse manager know I was replacing one, so he could keep track of how many he had. One day I go over and he tells me, "Oh, boss says you're supposed to supply your own propane." Alrighty then. Put the empty in their cage and I go unload my truck with a pallet jack. The next day I stop and buy 2 tanks so I can swap them out, and whenever I'm not using the forklift I take the tank off and lock it behind our section. It's my propane after all, and apparently we're going to have rules about that. A few days later their warehouse manager comes up to unload a truck and asks me where the tank is. I tell him mine is over here. Yours are all down in your cage. So he has to drive down the road and bring one back and reinstall it every time he needs the forklift. The forklift runs on propane? Is that common? Guess he wishes Hank Hill was nearby to service his propane. Why people decide to be petty with the dumbest stuff. Don't they know that someone will always find a way to maliciously comply with their pettiness? I work in a warehouse that shares 2 forklifts. There's at least 30 people that use the forklifts, but somehow no matter which forklift I get on, I have to fuel it before I can use it. I used to get so ticked off, but now I just make sure it takes me at least 15 minutes to fuel it, which cuts down on how much time I spend in the back of a sweltering hot trailer unloading pallets. What is this world coming to when all men can't come together in the care and respect of propane and propane accessories? Another uplifting tale of telling the other guy, "Fork you." Warehouse manager obviously isn't forklift certified. Beautiful. Hey, you're just doing like the boss asked. Ya know? If he don't like it, well, sometimes life's a beach, ain't it? Well played, mate. Well played indeed. I've seen forklifts operating on electricity, propane, and diesel. Forklift drivers, however, only seem to operate on hangovers, and very slowly at that. Propane and propane accessories. This post makes me thankful that we use electric forklifts at my job. If you have enough expenses that you're not doing a standard deduction, make sure to count that as a business expense. So you have to swap out your propane depending which company uses the forklift. Highly inefficient. I learned a while ago just to take one on the chin, then play by the official rules after that. Hoist by their own petard. Today I learned that forklifts are fueled by propane. You are being unreasonably petty. Emo. They are letting you use their lift for free. This undoubtedly saves you a lot of work. There is also risk to them involved with letting you use their lift. What if you had an accident doing your work with their lift? There would be liability issues to their company, especially if a failure of their lift causes an incident where you get injured. Take their tank off, use yours while doing your work, and put theirs back on when you are done, and apologize immediately to the warehouse manager. You are on a fast track to having no access to their lift, if not already. Who owns the forklift? Please tell me it's you. That would be chef's kiss. Hank Hill. I've used mostly electrics, and we had the same issues with batteries. There are always a few asshats that leave nearly dead batteries in lifts for the next person. Just as bad was when if they did change it out, they didn't plug the dead one into the charger. Certain lifts are always better than others, and used more often. The best ones were reserved for our truck unloaders on my O&M crew. I had to raise holy hell when I'd come in and find out the second shift had left them with dead batteries.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.